Hi there, I'm Kat. Let's knit together. In January, I had the opportunity to travel on business to two wonderful cities, New Orleans, Louisiana, and Monterey, California. When I travel, I try to set aside time to visit local yarn stores to see what they carry and to meet other knitters and crocheters. When I was in New Orleans, I visited the Quarter Stitch on Charter Street, tucked in between cafes and small shops. It was just a short walk from St. Louis Cathedral. From the street, the first thing you spot are the festive streamers in the window. The two ladies who work at the store, Jill and Jill, were really sweet, and their little dog was so adorable. He reminded me of my old toy poodle, Gigi. As I walked in, I saw behind the counter a sea of colors of yarn and needlepoint canvases. On the other side, I spotted Noro, Trendsetter, Malabrigo, and other lovely yarns. In the back, there were project books and stuff around the store to tempt you to start a new project. I spotted blue sky organic cotton in a basket in the back. One squeeze and I was in love. I've never felt a cotton so soft. Stores in New York City don't seem to carry this yarn, so I scooped up some skeins. Jill sweetly wrapped one skein for me so I could knit with it on my trip home, but the packaging was so pretty I don't have the heart to open it. The ladies also helped me find a place to have dinner and enjoy some jazz, so along with a great yarn shop, I enjoyed a true New Orleans evening. Later in the month, I went to Monterey, California. It was so beautiful there. This time, I sent out a request to viewers to see if anyone had some time to meet me. Apparently, there's quite a knitting community there. Audrey drove up from her home about an hour south of Monterey and met me at the Monarch Knitting and Quilting Store on Central Avenue in Pacific Grove. This store was huge. They had many yarns from companies like Rowan, Louet, and Mountain Colors. Plus, they had some fiber and spinning wheels in a small front room. After picking up a few things, really just a few, Audrey and I walked down to the bay and sat in a park to knit and chat. We were there for a couple of hours. I had so much fun hearing about Audrey's knitting life. Thanks, Audrey, for showing me Monterey. During my 2 trips in January, I started a special project for my mom's 70th birthday. I got the idea when I took a class with Nancy Bush on Estonian lace at the spin-off Autumn Retreat. When Nancy's book, Knitted Lace of Estonia, finally came out, I struggled to pick from all the beautiful shawls. I needed a project that I liked and could finish in time. I finally picked the Queen Sylvia shawl and decided to use some Jaggerspun Zephyr and mushroom from my stash. Before packing this project for my trip, I checked online for any corrections. As you know from episode 20, I've knitted lace shawls without checking before. I'll never do that again. I also enlarged the chart so I could see it better and I wouldn't have to carry the book on the plane. From New York to New Orleans and back in 1 week, then a week at home, then another week from New York to Monterey and back, by the end of the first month, half the shawl was complete. All through February, I raced to complete it, and during the last few days of the month, I picked up stitches for the edging and finished binding off on March 1st. I blocked it last night, and even though it's already a day late, I wanted to share my success with all of you. I'm so proud of learning this technique and completing it nearly on time. What do you think? I hope my mom likes it. Our next live show is on March 28th at 6 p.m. Eastern. Join us for a virtual show and tell and to chat about your latest projects. Last month, we had folks from all around the world, including Belgium, Germany, Canada, New York, Pennsylvania, and California. It was totally a global virtual stitch and bitch. Remember to friend Let's Knit Together on Stickcam prior to the show. Go to letsknittogether.com/live for details on how to participate. Please support our sponsor, Bijou Basin Ranch. When you use our promo code lk2g during checkout at their online store, you'll get a 5% discount on all their products. They carry yak and yak blend yarns in lace, fingering, and worsted weights in cream and brown. They also carry yak fiber in down and roving. All sales come with a 100% no questions asked money-back guarantee. This week, I finished my Gretel hat with the yak Cormo blend. I goofed, though. When I completed the knitting, I went to block it over this dinner plate, and it totally overstretched the cables. So I rewashed it by hand and put it on my dryer sweater rack on low heat for an hour. It dried soft and fluffy, and it fits my head better. Go to our website, letsittogether.com, and click on the Bijou Basin Ranch button to get to their online store. By using the code lk2g during checkout, not only will you be getting incredible yarn and fiber, but you'll also be supporting Let's Knit Together. So I talked a bit about my Gretel Hat blocking goof. Do you have a similar knitting goof? Go to letsknittogether.com and put a comment in the show notes for this episode. On March 31st, we'll pick a random commenter from this episode to win this collector's edition Tofutsies sock yarn in 4 different colorways. Plus, this cute tote bag that they came in. We'll post the winner on the comments on the 31st and announce it on our next show.
That's a moving picture?
Yeah.
Oh, the color of a rainbow. Pretty in the sky. Also the faces going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They really saying, I love you.
Okay, that chart looks like a Cylon. Like an old school Cylon from like the 70s. Don't you think it looks like a Cylon?
It does. What do they call the Centurions?
Yeah.
How come I was looking at it for 2 months and never even thought of that?
I don't know.